Piriven bless you. You all are welcome for another interesting English lesson. Today we are going to discuss about reported speech. This lesson is very important. What a person says can be reported either directly or indirectly. There are two types of reported speech. They are direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech. Now you can see some examples. He said, "I'm hungry." They said, "We have done it." Dasun said, "I can pass the exam." Now you can see Dasun said. That clause is called as introductory clause. The abbreviation of introductory clause is RC. I can pass the exam, it is called as reported clause. The abbreviation of reported clause is RC. Make it sure IC means introductory clause, RC means reported clause. So, from now onwards, when I mention IC, make it sure it is introductory clause. RC, it is reported clause. Direct speech. He said, "I can help you." He said, it is introductory clause. At the end of introductory clause, there must be a comma. So, "I can help you," it is an extract. So, it should be mentioned with inverted commas. It is called as reported clause. Reported clause must be mentioned with inverted commas. So, as it is an extract, the first letter must be capital. The first letter must be capital. So, at the end of reported clause, there must be full stop. When you write a direct speech sentence, so you have to mention these things. So, now you can see indirect speech. Reporting statements. Direct speech. DS means direct speech. He said, "I'm reading a book now." Reported speech. He said that he was reading a book then. Now you can see the pronoun I has been changed as he. The auxiliary verb am, it has been changed as was. And at the end of the sentence you can see now it has been changed as then. Reporting statements. Now you can learn how to report a statement. First rule. Now you can learn the first rule. The conjunction word that can be placed between IC and RC. IC means introductory clause, RC means reported clause. So, again you can see the conjunction word that can be placed between introductory clause and reported clause. It is normally omitted in spoken English. It means the words that. Direct speech, My sister said, I will help you. Reported speech. My sister said that she would help me. My sister said, it is introductory clause. She would help me, it is reported clause. The conjunction word that has been mentioned between introductory clause and reported clause. Reported clause, my sister said she would help me. In spoken English, you can say without using the conjunction word that. That means using the word that is superfluous in a spoken English. Superfluous means not necessary. Let's learn second rule. The subject pronouns I, we, you, they, he, she, it, and possessive pronouns my, our, your, their, his, her, its change according to the situation. Direct speech. Damit said, I have done my homework. Reported speech. Damit said that he had done his homework. Now you can see I, direct speech I, in indirect speech it has been changed as he. In direct speech the word my, in reported speech it has been changed as his. So the word I, you can see it has been changed as he. Why? I stands for Damit. That is the reason. So that's why we have changed the word I as he. Next one, direct speech. His mother said, I sold my car yesterday. Reported speech. His mother said that she had sold her car the previous day. In direct speech, the word I stands for his mother. So that's why we have changed that word as she in reported speech. My car, it has been changed as her car. So now you can understand them. So let's see more reporting statements. Now you can learn the third rule. When the IC verb is in the past, the tense of RC is changed. When the IC, that means when the introductory clause verb is in the past, the tense of reported clause is changed. Direct speech. Venerable Rahula said, I am thirsty. In reported speech, Venerable Rahula said that he was thirsty. Now you can see, I am thirsty. It has been changed as he was thirsty. Am, the word am has been changed as was. Change in tenses. Direct speech and indirect speech. Am is a, direct speech am is a, was were in indirect speech. Was were or had been. Has have, it becomes as had. Had or had had. do, does, did, or had done. Direct speech, wherever Rahula said, I am reading a book now. Reported speech, wherever Rahula said that he was reading a book then. Now you can see am, it has been changed as was. Direct speech, Nimal said, I have an Oxford dictionary. Reported speech, Nimal said that he had an Oxford dictionary. Now you can see the word have, it has been changed as had. Direct speech, he said, I don't know English. In reported speech, he said that he didn't know English. Now you can see don't, it has been changed as didn't. Direct speech and indirect speech. Now you can see some more changing words. Write, writes, it should be changed as wrote. Wrote, wrote or had written. Will, shall, would or should. Can, it should be changed as could. May, might, should, must, had to, ought to, had to. So make it sure direct speech, some words must be changed in indirect speech according to these points. Let's see. Direct speech, Venerable Sudhamma said, I will help you. In reported speech, Venerable Sudhamma said that he would help me. Now you can see the word will, it has been changed as would. The past verb of will is would. So that's why the word will, it has been changed as would. Direct speech, Dasun said, we should meet the principal. In reported speech, Dasun said that they had to meet the principal. Now you can see the word should, it has been changed as had to. Should, had to. Direct speech, he said, it may rain tonight. In reported speech, he said that it might rain that night. May, might. The word may, it has been changed as might. Direct speech, they said, we can pass the exam. In reported speech, they said that they could pass the exam. Now you can see the word can has been changed as could. Let's see the fourth rule. The following changes are made according to the situation. Direct speech, the word this is changed into that or the. These, those or the. Now, then, last, previous, ago, before, tonight, that night. Direct speech, he said, I am reading a book now. Reported speech, he said that he was reading a book then. Now you can see the word now has been changed as then. Directive speech, someone said, we will come tonight. In reported speech, someone said that they would come that night. Tonight, it has been changed as that night. Directive speech, Damit said, I went to Gaul last week. In reported speech, Damit said he had gone to Gaul the previous week. The word last, it has been changed as previous. Now, I am going to remind all the things what you have learned. Directive speech, someone said, I want to come true my dreams. In reported speech, someone said that he wanted to come true his dreams. I think you may remember the conjunction word that can be placed between introductory clause and reported clause. So that's why we have mentioned the conjunction word that between introductory clause and reported clause. Then you can see the word he. The pronoun I, it has been changed as he. Next you can see wanted. In directive speech, want. In indirect speech, it has been changed as wanted. I think you may remember when the introductory clause is past, the tense of RC is changed. According to that rule, we have changed the tense of reported clause. Want, simple present, it has been changed as simple past, wanted. To come true, my dreams, it has been changed as his dreams. My dreams, it has been changed as his dreams. Again you can see, my dear, someone said, I want to come true my dreams. In reported speech, someone said that he wanted to come true his dreams. Next one, direct speech, he said, I can solve the problem. In reported speech, he said that he could solve the problem. The word can, it has been changed as could. Why? The past word of can is could. So that is the way. So he said, it is past. When the introductory clause is in the past, the tense of RC is changed. Directive speech, Damit said, I went to Gaul last week. In reported speech, Damit said he had gone to Gaul the previous week. Now you can see the word last, it has been changed as previous. Last, previous. Went to, I went to, went. Went, it is simple past. It has been changed as past perfect, had gone. As well as the pronoun I, it has been changed as he. I went to Gaul, he had gone to Gaul. Last week, it has been changed as the previous week. Now you can see, Damit said, I went to Gaul last week. In reported speech, Damit said he had gone to Gaul the previous week. Next one, direct speech. Nadun said, my father is reading a book now. In reported speech, Nadun said that his father was reading a book then. Now you can see, my father, it has been changed as his father. Is reading, is it has been changed as was. The word is has been changed as was. The word now, it has been changed as then. So you can understand the pronouns I, we, you, they, he, she, it change according to the situation. The word my, the pronoun word my stands for nadun. So that's why we have changed that word as his. My father, his father. As well as you can see the conjunction word that has been placed between IC meaning introductory clause and reported clause. The conjunction word that has been placed between introductory clause and reported clause. In written language, we normally use the conjunction word that between those two clauses. Next one, directed speech. Sunil said, I will call you tonight. Reported speech, Sunil said that he would call me that night. Now you can see the word I, it has been changed as he. Will call, will, it has been changed as would. The past word of will is would. So that's why the word will has been changed as would. Sunil said, I will call you tonight. The pronoun you, it has been changed as me. Tonight, that word has been changed in indirect speech as that night. So that is the way. Sunil said, I will call you tonight. Sunil said that he would call me that night. Finally, I am going to remind you all the things what we have discussed today. At the beginning, you learned how to use that in reporting statements. I think you may remember the rule. The conjunction word that can be placed between IC and RC. Next, you could learn the changing of the tenses. When the introductory clause is in the past, the tense of reported clause must be changed. At that time you could learn write writes becomes wrote. Wrote becomes wrote or had written. Amiza verse were or had been. Can, could, may, might, like that. Then you could learn how to change pronouns in indirect speech. The pronouns I, we, you, they, he, she, it, and possessive pronouns my, our, your, their, his, her change according to the situation. So actually there are more rules to be discussed according to this lesson. So let's meet again with the next part of the lesson. So thanks for joining us.